Let's talk about Alliance Coliseum. Hello, everybody. Welcome to what will probably be the final video of today, because we have had more information from Kabam Crashed and as well a video about Coliseum, which of course is the new Alliance side of things. It's a solo and Alliance, but the Alliance-based portion of it is probably going to come in. I think it's tomorrow. Runs for a couple of days or something. It's a bit of a weird one. We're going to see if this drops tomorrow, but let's go over some information from Kabam Crash and also a video that went live very recently here on, not on the channel, but here in the Marvel Contest Champions universe. So the video in question is this right here. It's actually one that you've seen before. You've probably seen this on the live stream where Kabam went over the whole process of like how this works, how you enter in, and then how you just take down health bars of various champions. The more health bars you take away, the more kind of damage more damage you can actually get. You can see there you get absolutely obliterated. Effectively, this is kind of like you have a time limit in the Alliance one that you're going to see. You got to play well. You unlock certain amounts of podiums, certain champions with different types of applicable taggage. You know, tags of them. Are they offensive? Whatever it is, tank, whatever it is. Stuff that if you go into your champions and you look under tags, they'll be tagged a certain way. You basically got to do as much damage as possible. And also you can level up your podium. There's a few things going on which I think will need to kind of like put you into a bit of perspective, because you might be like, oh, okay, X-Men, Coda, offensive raw damage. Oh, I've got to use this champion. And this is, again, one of the biggest things as well. So let's really kind of get into the nitty gritty of things. So the first thing is this right here. This is my roster. You're probably looking at your roster going, okay, cool. We've all got a roster. Yeah, fair dues, whatever. If you're thinking that you'll be able to use a lot of these champions, the champions that you want to use because you think they're going to be good for stuff, chances are probably not. You're not able to use all of them because they're not going to be applicably tagged in a way that you can farm the amount of points. Because yes, you want to see stuff like this right here where you've got like a big kind of amount of points. You've got a new best. It's going to be helping out for your alliance. It's going to help reach some of these peak milestones. Just try it. Like, I think there's going to be a lot of teething problems. There will be a lot of stress. There may even be a bug or two that go live with this, right? It would be kind of like you'd be living under a rock if you didn't kind of realize that Kabam may have a chance that some of this may go in break. We hope it's not going to be, but you've got to be very real. I'm also going to jump around between some key facts right here. So Kabam Crash put out a post, this post right here, which has some really important information to it. This is a key point or section of points right here. Few things to know to optimize your performance in the event. The 3-day event is structured, sorry, I said 2, it is 3, structured around 3 sets of tags that provide bonus points for your attackers. They change every 24 hours the event is live. On day 1, 3 of your 5 podiums are available. On day 2, podium 4 becomes available. And on day 3, podium 5 becomes available. You cannot use the same attacker on multiple podiums. That's a little bit disappointing, but I'm sure there's probably reasons to it. I think here's my big question when it comes to Alliance Quest's replacement, because this is a replacement, as it's different in a number of ways. One big difference is the reward distribution. Whereas AQ focuses mostly on ranked rewards and glory milestones, most of the rewards in Alliance Coliseum, at least for now, are nested in 2 events. A solo peak milestone, so you're going to have to be proactive yourself, and an Alliance peak milestone. For the vast majority of players and alliances, maximizing these events should be the focus, and the best strategy for doing so is the main topic of the post. Now, we went over kind of like it's the generalization, because there are some kind of like, there's some more to this. Like here, the setup means if you want to take advantage of the bonuses for the tags on day 1 or day 2, you must lock it in on that day. This is the key. This is key to make sure you maximize your score. But this reason, I believe the best strategy is to, and here we go, focus on champions that meet as many of the tags as possible on the first 2 days. There you go. That's the key line right there. Even if you believe you can set a better score with the champion that doesn't meet the tag requirements. I'll illustrate this with an example. Let's say the tag on the day 1 are Hero, Avengers, or Offensive Burst. Quicksilver, Mantis fit all 3 of these tags. So I start by testing them out. Photon and Kate meet 2 of those tags, so I might try them as well. I go through the champions I have that meet at least a couple of these tags and see who I can set the best score with on my 3 available podiums. I guess that's it, isn't it? Like, you're going to have to see what you've got. And this is I'd say, issue for me is it will be, do I have these champions at a high rarity that they're going to be able to do some damage? Are they going to be high enough and sustainable enough to like see me through to latter health points? Therefore, I want to farm as much points as possible. So I need my strongest available champions that tick the boxes of those tags. And that again is going to be like a key factor to all of this, isn't it? Because something that I started this video with is a point of like having some of your best champions and not having them because of tags. Like Kabam Crash does an example here, kind of explains, says, Yondu's going to be nuts in Coliseum, but he doesn't meet any of the day 1 tags. Should I try to set a better score with him? I found that I should not. The reason is that I stomp one of my day 1 scores, I can't get it back. Let's say on day 2, the tags are Mercenary 2017 and size M, medium. Now, Yondu meets all 3 tags if he is on that one, my first 3, if he was one of my first 3 podiums. I can go back to set a new score for him with the tag bonuses. However, now I have an empty podium 4, and I can't get those day 1 tags back to set a score there. And I think this is where it may come like it becomes a little bit complex and complicated. And yeah, even reading ahead, that sounds complicated, but I will summarize simply. The best strategy to maximize your score, we do focus on the tags day 1 and day 2. On day 3, if you have an ace for the fight that hasn't matched the tags, you can always use them to set a score before the event ends. Focusing on the tags for the first 2 days keeps your options open. I think for a lot of players now, you're probably going like, I'm kind of like lost a little bit. And it is really easy to kind of like see where that could be lost in the source of like the general structure of it. Because if you kind of feel like I've made a mistake or I'm not understanding this properly, it could be quite costly. I think these 2 factors here for those are kind of, it's a learning curve. As long as Kabam aren't so punishing the first time, especially when you're trying to learn something, it takes a while. Like, I'm happy that Kabam are trying something new. I am looking forward to the solo Coliseum. Not sure about the Alliance one because well, again, both really depend on the restrictiveness of those particular hashtags to do this, or the tagging. So Kabam say when it comes to like difficulty, most players who aren't insanely skilled will have to do a little bit of grinding or buy podium levels. And this is the concerning thing with it. Like, how do you get those podium levels up? Is that something like an extra spendable currency? Is that feeling a little bit unfair? Can you farm it for free? It's a learning curve. So I think punishing people having to like either spend units or money or anything like that would be really bad. We'll see what happens, when this is put in. Anyway, while you're going to have, and obviously you've got to get the podiums up levels, while you're going to have some sweaty sessions trying to hit your best score, if you're like me, you might also want a more chill time for some of your sessions. The lower difficulties are great for this. So there's lower difficulties? All right, okay. You are unlikely to beat your best score on easy or medium, but they can be great for farming some podium XP while you're watching football or on the train, waiting to pick up your kids' school. So kick back and crush some health bars. So that, again, is another thing, like the access. Like, was it like 30 minutes? Every 30 minutes you get an access? Maybe that's where you can get a bit of training. As long as it doesn't feel punishing to farm out some kind of XP to help yourself improve your level of your podium, which of course is important to make things better or more easier, kind of, then that's okay. But again, we're waiting for tomorrow. This is just good advice from Kabam Crash in how to do this. While the podiums go up to level 8, it's tuned so that late game players and alliances should be able to set high enough scores to collect top milestones with a mix of level 2 and level 3 podiums. The more skilled you are, the lower your podium levels will need to be. There you go. For example, Mike set a crazy Yondu score during our internal test that cleared all the milestones with a single podium. The higher levels are mostly there for mid-game players who want to grind end-game rewards and to facilitate more rank rewards chase if we decide to make the rank rewards more attractive in the future. Okay, so this is like the explanation. I do think that this does seem fine. Again, most things are fine on paper when it comes to Kabam. It's then when it's put into place. I'm optimistic. but optimistic with a question mark. It's just really with those podiums. Like, will I feel like, at the moment I'm pretty tired in my life. Like I've got a lot on, and I kind of feel like my focus is just not really as sharp as it should be with kind of like my playing in the game. I need to get a new device. Really, I just don't think I'm gonna enjoy it as much when it comes to just like, again, the kind of like not feeling super comfortable with my skill level at the moment. But maybe I'll surprise myself, and that again is the joy of kind of surprising yourself, seeing what you could do. And it may be best for me to go down to those lower levels and farm some the podium XP to then be able to kind of level up. Maybe that's the play. Maybe that's the play to kind of make it a bit more palatable for, say, people that are kind of less than skilled. But there we go. Some Coliseum details. There is some stuff when it comes to the solo. I just don't know if it's really kind of like applicable right now. We'll kind of cover it briefly because it's here. Kabam said that it's like pick a champion that meets the tag requirements, spend energy to enter the fight, clear as many health bars as possible. If you get knocked out and want to clear more health bars, go back to step 1. There will be a champion-based leaderboard that players can look it to in order to see which champions other players are using, and this is a good piece of intel if you're looking to optimize your time. And there will be champions that will be good for longevity, may not be quick to clear stuff. That would be quite interesting. Like champions that are able, that the longer that a fight goes on, the more damage they do. Like my old friend is old King Groot. The longer you're in a fight, the longer length of time, the more damage you're going to do overall, the potency of things. So maybe that will bore the tits off somebody. Maybe it won't. But anyway, that's been it for the video. What are your thoughts on Coliseum now that you know a little bit more when it comes to the alliance-based side of things? We'll be doing some video coverage tomorrow and showcasing some stuff. Hopefully things go well. If things go wrong, then I'll still show it. I'll just be like, look, it went wrong here. This is where I need to improve. Or this is where I feel that, other people could improve. This champion's good. This champion's not so good. We'll see. Okay? Thanks and bye-bye.